record holder Allison Rowe. Close to 3,000 runners attempted to run. They finished up at the track and field stadium. Afterwards, Bill Rogers hung around to sign a few autographs for many of the well-wishers who were on hand at that particular run today. At Busch Stadium, the Indians bring on Iowa in another battle for first place in the American Association East. Indianapolis, with 3 games left in the season's final homestand, entered this afternoon's game tied for first with the Cubs. Bad news from Busch today. Iowa has 3 separate home runs in this game. 9-6 is the final. They move into first place. The Indians now are a game out. But Gary Reedus hits his 21st homer for the Indians today. He's now batting .330 on the year. Same 2 teams will meet at 7:30 tomorrow. In the National League today, the Cubs get a 1-run victory over the San Diego Padres. A little revenge from yesterday for Chicago. Gary Maddox has a grand slam today to lead the Phils past the Reds at Riverfront. It took 14 innings, but Mike Easler scores the game-winning run off Dale Berra's single, and Pittsburgh beats the Dodgers 4-3, the second loss in a row for the Dodgers. Atlanta has squeaked by the Mets for the 3rd time in a row, 10-9, and they're in the 10th inning. San Francisco and St. Louis dueling out out of Busch Stadium in St. Louis, and just getting started in the National League is Montreal and Houston. Over in the American League, the Yankees get another win over Toronto. Cleveland gets revenge back from Minnesota from yesterday. The White Sox pound Kansas City 12-3. In a game that's in the 6th inning now, it's Detroit leading California, and Boston is also in the 6th inning, leading Oakland 4-2. At the ATP Tennis Championships in Mason, Ohio, a surprise final. Yvonne Lindell, who upset Jimmy Connors yesterday, met up with Steve Ditton, who surprised Vitas Gerulaitis. After winning the first set 6-2, Lindell of Czechoslovakia in the far court found that Ditton was a survivor, and Ditton forced the set into a tiebreaker.
He's got it!
But the tiebreaker here, Lindell will prevail by winning this last point. He wins the tiebreaker 9-7, goes on to win the set 7-6. Lindell is the champion there. Martina Navratilova wins the Canadian Open tennis tournament. She beats Andrea Jaeger 6-3, 7-5. In 1982, Navratilova's singles record, 64 wins and 1 loss. Not too bad. The stock car racers are at Michigan International Speedway. Bobby Allison wins the Grand National race by holding off Richard Petty on the last lap. Harry Gant finishes up in 3rd. And in golf, Joanne Carner wins the World Championship of Women's Golf, making her the 10th member of the LPGA Hall of Fame. Carner finished 4 under par with a 5-stroke victory. Let's take a look at Carner today, finishing up on hole number 18. This qualifies her, of course, for the LPGA Hall of Fame, her 35th career victory. She finishes up at 3 under par, a hug there from Amy Alcott. Now we move on. Lanny Watkins wins the Buick Open. That's a putt for par that clinched it. He is 15 under for the tournament, just a 1-stroke lead today over Tom Kite, who finished at 14 under par. Also in sports today, Herschel Walker out of Georgia has surgery on that broken thumb, which he did yesterday in practice. Herschel Walker will miss the first 2 games of the 1982 season. In college football, of course, that's a big loss for Vince Dooley down in the Southland, because they play Clemson in the opening game this season. So Herschel Walker will have a couple of games to sit out and get well. Hopefully the star running back will be ready for the big football season coming up.
When do the exhibition games end and the real thing start in
We
NFL?
start the regular season September 13th, so we got a couple more weeks. We've got a few exhibition games on the weekends and some of them right here on Channel 8.